Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for yet another game of the KFC Big Bash. Now, we have missed the first innings. There is a reason for that. The Ashes ran a little bit longer than a lot of people would have been expecting for that one. England in the end just falling short of being able to bat out the last 20 overs. But now, good news is we've got another 20 overs here, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be the Scorchers. They won the toss. They decided they wanted to bat, and they are sitting now on 167 for 7 here for their first innings. The current run rate they were going at was 8.35. Curtis Patterson getting himself 78 runs off 48 balls, 6 fours, 5 sixes for himself. Very nicely done. I was actually watching the game at the same time as the Ashes doing a little bit of a co-commentary one. 21 off 21 for Mitch Marsh, and then Ashton Agar, 30 runs off only the 11 balls to help them out towards that total that they were able to set. We have also got the Ollie Wilson in the chat. Depth and brief as well. DC is here. And also we have got that Paddy Wagon. Well done, Australia. Great win. But England, you guys fought very hard. But it's just it's your day as well. I assume that it's just not your day. And also Perth Smash says, Jay, are they going to be able to get the win? Do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, how many runs do we think the Hobart Hurricanes will be able to get for themselves? But they took some very good wickets for themselves in that first innings. And they are just showing the final wicket of the match for the game that did take place for the Ashes. And it was a massive win for the Australians to be able to get that one. They do win it. 275 runs is the difference between the two sides. They did send England, or they actually sent themselves back in, I should say, for the follow-on. So it was an interesting choice, but in the end, it did work out for them as well. But nonetheless, we have got there Keelan Stacey as well. Thank you very much, Keelan. Hope you're doing well, mate, and hope you are excited for the second innings of this matchup. The bowling figures, the best bowler out there by quite a bit, you would say, was Tom Rogers. 4 overs, 2 wickets, and also 21 runs is all that he went for. But also Riley Meredith, he only bowled the 1 over, got a wicket, only went for a run, but then they super subbed him. They decided that he was the X-Factor player that they did want to ditch in this situation. I am just going to quickly look up and see what the Bash Boost point total is going to be that they will be requiring. But anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Something that we don't normally do for the Big Bash is start halfway through a match. We normally do the full matches on the channel, including the game that will be taking place tomorrow. We will be covering it, and it is going to be the Sydney Sixers taking on the Adelaide Strikers, I believe it is. And this should be a very exciting game tomorrow night that we are covering. They've got Ben DeWashis. He is back now while I'm up against Rashid Khan with the ball in air. Matthew Short finding some very nice form for himself as well recently. But then the game after that, Wednesday, it is going to be Renegade Scorchers. Thursday will be Strikers Heat. Friday, Hurricanes versus the Stars. And then on the 26th, Boxing Day, we're going to have 2 games in a row. And we are going to be covering both of them on the channel as well. So be sure to stick around and hit that subscribe button. But now looking through at what the Bash Boost point total is going to be for them as well. I think I'm going to be a Hobart Hurricane supporter from now on as well, says David. Is that because of the Cadbury on the kit, or is it because of the players that they have got? I know that quite a few people do like them because of the colour of their kit. So they did have 79 for the Scorchers after 10 overs. So the Hobart Hurricanes, they will have to try and chase down 80 if they do want that Bash Boost point, which could be crucial. We have seen many times throughout the KFC Big Bash, depending on when you get that Bash Boost point, and if you get that Bash Boost point, get yourself up there in the rankings just a little bit more. I did refill my glass. We got plenty of voice left in the voice box. Marnus got player of the match. That was relatively expected, I thought, overall, just with the fact that he was able to play so well in those innings. 300 balls he faced in that first innings. For a side there, Marnus, Lavishane, good player. Mitchell Stark probably would have been right up there as well, I think, for another player who might have been able to get it. I look like I've got a little antenna going. Keelan misses you as well, says Ollie Wilson. I haven't really been anywhere, though, at this stage. Still here every single day we have been doing live streams. And at the moment, the Hurricanes, they will require 168 of the 20 overs if they do want to win this game. So we will have to wait and see how it does go for them here. But the Hobart Hurricanes, they're actually a side that at the moment, they're not sitting too badly overall for the table. They are sitting in 6th. So with a win here, they would actually shoot themselves. If they get the Bash Boost point, they're up to 3rd on the table as well. And then for the Scorchers, if they win this game, they will remain undefeated and go back ahead of the Sydney Sixers, who have played an extra game, but they are sitting on 10 points at the moment, the Scorchers. So they don't normally get themselves that Bash Boost point, but looking through at the lineup that the Hobart Hurricanes have got for themselves, pretty good with the players that they have got. So pretty much the Hobart Hurricanes, Matthew Wade, Darcy Short, Caleb Jewell, Ben McDermott, Harry Brook as well, Tim David, Nathan Ellis, Tom Rogers, Riley Meredith was swapped out, and I believe that could have been for Thompson, if I'm not wrong. Keelan says was good as well. At the moment, the cricket today has been very good. Well, I remember Adam Griffiths too. He was a fast bowler as well, says David there. But yeah, it should be very exciting to see who will be able to get this one going. And this one, Sandeep Lavashane, decent day with the ball in hand for him, but it is going to be important. And now with the bat, the top order do deliver. I'm getting that Paw Patrol ad once again. We did see it a couple of times yesterday, and everyone was talking about their favourite Paw Patrol character. So if you haven't already, let us know, I guess, what your favourite Paw Patrol character is. And also, we have the mate, he's a whiz kid as well there. And the chat says David, but now at this stage, we are just waiting for the second innings between these two sides to get underway. It is the 15th game of the KFC Big Bash. It has been absolutely flying by recently with the amount of games that we have had. The live win probability, as you can see, it's probably sitting around that 51% chance for the Scorchers, but then it is going to be 49% for the Hurricanes. So really, it is a coin flip between these two sides at this point. Early wickets will be important for the Perth Scorchers. Big hits for the Hobart Hurricanes will be important in this bash boost kind of region, because if they get that bash boost point, even without that one, they actually will keep themselves going above, and they will move up into fifth. And you got to be in that top 5 to be able to get yourself a chance. Ollie, the car wash guy as well, says that JA's there. And at the chat as well, welcome into the live stream, mate. What did you think of the Ashes final session? A little bit close in the end, of course. They still had 20 overs left, though, but that test match went a lot longer than I was expecting for it. Ashton Agar now making his way out onto the pitch. 18 is the number on his back. He actually got more than that, off less than that, for the amount of balls and runs that he did get in the end. He had 30 runs off 11 deliveries. Very impressive. Has he been in for day 2, or has he been in today? We have not seen him so far. And also, no Jay, as I says Robert there, but now it will be Darcy Short, Matthew Wade. 2 men will be very happy with that result for the Australians to be able to get themselves the win in the test match. Now they are 2-0 up into the Ashes, and now they have got just the one more match that will be taking place for the MCG, and that could be the decider. Then they have got 2 after that, but Australia will only be looking forward to that next one. Pat Cummins back, Hazelwood back. Going to be hard to pick. He was on Blazers stream as well, says Jay Hayes there. Yeah, so he'll probably come onto this one, because when Blazers isn't live, he seems to come over here so that he has something to do overall. But it is going to be Matthew Wade now who will be on strike for this one. The Perth Scorchers have got some very talented players. I don't believe they've actually got, have they got Haskelloo today? Yes, they do indeed. And also Tymel Mills, he was phenomenal in his first innings. He was able to get himself a couple of wickets, and I think Hobart should win comfortably. They'll bring that run rate down as well, says David. Yeah, I think with Matthew Wade and also Darcy Short at the crease, you're always in for a good innings. And that's the thing, Matthew Wade, if he gets his 93 like he got the other day, he will be helping the side well and truly towards it. We also had our one Mr. Squiggles as well. Says that JA's there. We will probably have a few more for the BBL. They seem to love the BBL, that's for sure. But who doesn't love the BBL? It's absolutely awesome. Getting to witness that it is going to be Matthew Wade here at the crease. And I agree with you, Wade to fire as well. And also JA's. I do not like being bullied as well, says Ollie there in the chat. Now, Matthew Wade, he's going to be at one end, and it will be Darcy Short, who will be at the other. At the moment, they will need 168, I should say. Callum has said, g'day, I'm back as well. Welcome back, mate. Hope you are doing well. Strike rate of 145 there and 130 not out is the best for Matthew Wade. We are ready to go. Wade and Short at the bowling crease. It is going to be Jason Berendorf into there as well. Currently sitting 63 matches, 75 wickets for him as well, and his best is 4-for-22. So hopefully he will be able to go decently at this one as well. But Darcy Short here runs 2,234. And what did Marsh make with the bat? I believe he got 11 runs off 11. Sorry, he got 21 off 21. So pretty stock standard for Mitch Marsh. He always normally goes at more than just that strike rate. I think there's something that's been found on the pitch, maybe a little stone or something. That would be a little bit interesting to see how it did go. If that hit the ball, as well, thanks you too as well. And you're a cool guy, JA's. And there says Ollie Wilson there in the chat as well. But 168 will be the total, like I mentioned. And we have got there, they're probably the Squiggle family as well. Says that David, all this talk about Squiggles makes me kind of want Squiggles, the biscuits here in New Zealand. But that's going to be first ball now. And it will be Matthew Wade. Will be on strike down the leg side. And that is going to be the wide straight away, unfortunately for them. And that is straight away going to be the run on the board. Is that not a wide? That's not a wide. That's a wide, and if it's not a wide, that's a wicket. I'm very confused. And that one also, we have got there why who here is watching the BBL on KO as well. That's going to be nicely bowled by Haskelloo. But that could have been an extra run for the Hobart Hurricanes in the very first start. And David, it's possible as well. And there also we have got the eye from Brandon. Welcome into the live stream, mate. I hope you're doing well. Interesting calls already for the Hobart Hurricanes. Kiwi lads, what do you think? Who will win as well? If the Hurricanes don't have the luck like they had in that first little moment, I think the Hurricanes should still be able to do it, though. Matthew Wade, Darcy Short at the crease, 47% chance that they do get the job done. But the spinner probably for Haskelloo, he's going to have to get himself a couple wickets. And also Berendorf, very solid. Matthew Wade now getting off the mark. Quick single taken. Good throw to be able to hit the stumps of the direct hit, but that is going to be the end. And oh no, Matthew Wade is facing as well. Says that it was David, he was, but now he has rotated to strike. And instead, Darcy Short now will be the man on strike for this one. They do need themselves 80 runs of the first 10 overs as well to get themselves the bash boost point. I've got it muted on KO and got Kiwi lads commentating it as well, says it Robert. So hopefully it is all synchronized in that regard. And also we have got the yes, says Ollie Wilson there in the chat as well. Just the one run coming for the Hurricanes in the early stages of this match. I know that the first over for the Perth Scorchers was actually one run, one wicket off the first over, and that was Riley Meredith who bowled it. He only got to bowl one, though. Going to be the bouncer there, almost a little feather behind for Darcy Short, and that one is going to be a good dot ball for Jason Berendorf. He is always talented when he's got that ball in hand. Squiggles biscuits are good as well, says Robert. They are indeed. I miss them. Haven't had them in a while. I know that we've got maybe some roses, you know, those chocolates for around Christmas time. I think we're going to have a few of those. I might actually find that box after this as well. Hope you have a Merry Christmas as well. That said, you too, mate. Hope everyone is excited for the festive season. Hi, Robert, as well. What do you think? Who will win? As well, says Lila there. Berendorf, 4 balls so far, just the 1 dot. And that is going to be 5 dots now. Sorry, just the 1 run, I should say. He's had 4 dots now for Berendorf. Doing very nicely indeed. And if he can get out of this one with only going for the 1 run, will be very similar in regards. They've actually got Marcus Stoinis on the commentary at the moment for the Melbourne Stars. This game is being played in Hobart. So you wonder when the next game is going to be. And it is tomorrow night. The Sixers taking on the Strikers. That's going to be a good game. Moses Enriquez, Rashid Khan, Wes Agar, Peter Siddle, Josh Philippi, you name it. They're going to be out there. It's going to be a good first over there for Berendorf. Only going for the 1 run. So both first overs only going for the 1 run. But in this situation, no wicket falling for the Hobart Hurricanes. That is the end of the over. Good first over from Berendorf. And now it is going to be 1 for none after 1. We have got the Hurricanes, I say, as well. And who do you fancy? I think that the Hurricanes should have a decent chance, but I'm not completely taking the Perth Scorchers out of the equation. They're 57% chance of winning it for them as well. That was faster. Let's see how the Scorchers are faring as well. Says Sebastian there. And also we have got their Christmas Day as the only time I get to eat roast lamb as well. Says David Davis. So hopefully you do enjoy it big time. I believe at this stage we've got a ham that is coming around the corner. It will be weird eating something that has half of the letters in my name, but it's very tasty indeed for that one as well, because I guess it depends on what country you guys are from, depends on what one you do decide kind of going with for what your normal Christmas tea/lunch is. Do actually let me know in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, what is the stock standard Christmas lunch where you are from? I know we got a couple of people from the UK, also Romania. What do you eat at Sebastian's house for the thanks? I almost said the Thanksgiving, but it is going to be the Christmas, of course, other than maybe a couple right hooks if it is anything like the schooling system. Time on Mills now. He is going to be bowling very good in the power play. It's whipped around to the leg side, though. Deep backward square leg fields that one for Berendorf. And it is just going to be the single Matthew Wade now. Getting himself 2 singles so far, and Roast Muppet as well. And then a little ham-ish. And a lot says David there. And the chat at the moment, Matthew Wade, like I mentioned, got 93, almost able to bring up the 100, but just missed out by a little bit. Darcy Short, though, 0 runs so far off the 3 balls he had. It's been a little bit of a slow starter so far, unfortunately, for him throughout this season of the Big Bash. But once he gets going, he can really speed up that run rate. And they have already got themselves just the 1 win so far, the Hobart Hurricanes. So they'll be hoping that they can get themselves another one here. It's going to be the bouncer there from Time on Mills. Work down to third man. And a deep third man, it is Haskelloo. He's been able to grab that one and throw it back in. Also, we have got there. What do you normally have as well, says Robert. So we normally, I think stock standard for us is, I guess you have either turkey or a ham, or if you've got a lot of people, maybe you have both. Also, pavlovas is one of the kind of stock standards. We actually have the Christmas lunch in my mum's basement. Festive atmosphere as well. And says the basement is full of fresh Muppets as well. Says Jay, it sounds like it will be full of more of them after today as well. The way that it did go. But for the Hobart Hurricanes, they did lose their last game up against the Perth Scorchers. Got bowled out for 129 and that second innings after 19 overs. Then in their game up against the Sydney Sixers, they won it. And they actually ended up almost Yeah, they ended up having it shortened by the rain, but they got 213 in their matchup, which was absolutely phenomenal for themselves as well. Tymon Mills, nice shot down the ground. He got a hand on it, and that is going to be stopping the runs there. And then in the first game, the Sixers beat the Hobart Hurricanes by 14 runs. So they've had 2 games up against the Sixers, one of which they were able to win, one of which they did lose. And now they've got 2 games in a row up against the Perth Scorchers. It's kind of strange how it has worked out, the fact that it is 2 games in a row up against one opponent and then 2 games up against another opponent. I don't believe they have that anywhere else throughout the season. No, they don't. Oh, yes, they do. Sorry. 2 games up against the Sydney Thunder in a row, January 10th and January 13th as well there for them. But Tymon Mills at the moment, first 3 balls of this over have only gone for the 2 runs, couple singles. Matthew Wade back on strike. Same Kiwi lads with chicken as well, says Robert there. A little bit leg side. Oh, Matthew Wade, has he hurt himself? It's been called as a wide, is it? For that one, yes, he has. Oh, it looks like he's done something to the ankle possibly there, Matthew Wade. But it is going to be called as a wide against Tymon Mills there. And, of course, because it's winter there as well. Says David there. Oh. Lots of footing. They're laughing at Matthew Wade there, but that looked like it could have been easily a sprained ankle for Matthew Wade. Hopefully he is all right to continue in this one. They definitely need him in that Hobart Hurricanes lineup. He's got the New Balance bat in hand. He has got a lot of aggression and power when he does need it as well, Matthew Wade. Tymon Mills going to be charging into Baldwin once again here. Slower ball. It's going to go up in the air. Matthew Wade puts everything into it, and that is going to be racing away to the boundary. The first boundary of the day for the Hobart Hurricanes and Tymon Mills. He's not too happy with that one. Did find the edge, but it did end up clearing the field. And that is why Matthew Wade was able to pick up that boundary. Moves up to 6 from 6 now. And also, this is an easy score to chase as well. And I know Wade says, David there, it should be easy enough for them. They're sitting 45% chance at the moment, but as long as they don't have what happened to them last time, they actually fell over a little bit against the Perth Scorchers. There was scoreboard pressure on there, though, and they did end up falling short by about 30 or 40 runs, I believe it was. Something along those lines, as they did get bowled out in that second innings. Another big yawn. Matthew Wade hits it down the ground, and that is going to be just again another dot ball for Tymon Mills. Now, he was able to pick himself up a couple wickets up against the Hobart Hurricanes. In fact, I am going to check exactly who it was that he was able to get out in the last match scorecard for them, the Hurricanes. And the end, Tymon Mills, he was able to pick up 3 wickets in the end, the first of which, or the last of which being Nathan Ellis. Then from there, he was also able to get Ben McDermott. And last time, he did actually get Caleb Jules out for it as well. And we usually have pork and turkey, also Romanian beef salad, a beef salad as well there, and lots of cheeses, mulled wine, and some mince pie. There you go, Christmas Romanian, or Merry Romanian Christmas, everyone, as well. Says Sebastian there, and yawn wicket coming as well. It is going to be pulled away there by Matthew Wade, and that will be just a single to close out the over. 2 overs down, 9 for none here for the Hobart Hurricanes. Decent start to the match. They need to make sure that they do not lose any wickets, though, in the power surge. On the power play, sorry. They will also have the power surge in the later stages of this matchup. Also, do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, who do you think will be possibly the best performer in the Boxing Day Test match? Because there are still plenty of days left to think about it. Will it be a return of Cummins or Hazelwood perhaps, who do put in a big effort? Usman Khawaja at the top of the order might get a little bit of a look in. And also, who will be the best player for England? Can Joe Root find himself a little bit of that form that he had before he got hit right there in the cojones where he didn't want to get hit? Behrendorff there, slower ball there. It is just blocked by Matthew Wade. 2 left-handers at the crease at the moment with Matthew Wade and also Darcy Short. At the moment, I feel like Behrendorff absolutely loves bowling to them from that era, that angle. Sorry, Laurie Evans actually on the commentary side of it. He is English. They have actually got a lot of English players for the Perth Scorchers. Also, I believe, who else has a lot of English players? I'm trying to think. There was a team yesterday, actually, that was playing. I think it's the Sydney Thunder have all English players as well as their internationals. Oh, sorry, other than Sanger. So maybe it's Brisbane. Is it Brisbane who have got all English players? Maybe it's Brisbane. I can't quite think of it, but I know that there were quite a few English players in that one yesterday. What's that famous sweet wine from Romania called again? As well, says that David there. And also we have got there, did you know that Reed Nichols loves Barbie dolls there from Ollie Wilson? Well, I know what Reed will be wanting for Christmas then, if that is the case. And at the moment now, it is going to be Darcy Short on strike. 1 run off 4 deliveries. What's it to the leg side? And it is going out mid-wicket away. This might actually be 2 here for them. If they do run hard, they are trying Darcy Short. A little bit of trouble. No, they get back comfortably for him as well. A little bit slow with that throw putting it in there. But Darcy Shaw now moves up onto 3 runs off of 5 deliveries. Who do we think will be the top run scorer? Do let me know. Also, fruit tarts and chocolate cakes are very popular as desserts as well. Oh, I do love a chocolate cake. That is for sure. I don't think I've had a chocolate cake in like 3 years, though. Feel like that's going to have to be something that I do put on the Christmas list. Just a nice, oh, tell you what, it's a big shot down the ground, but Behrendorff able to cut it off. Anyway, he did some fielding there, the man on the mic there for Hardy, but he was still talking to them while he was fielding it as well. He's got 2 hats on the head with the 47 on the side of the Perth Scorchers hat. Currently, we have got 35 people watching, so thank you all very much for tuning into this live stream. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We are going to be back tomorrow with the Big Bash between the Sydney Sixers and it will be the Adelaide Strikers. Don't really drink too much wine, or don't really drink much wine, David. I really can't tell as well. And also, we have got there, I love lager, stoot, and rum as well there. That's gone past that man there. Unfortunately, Hardy, he is on the mic and he wasn't quite able to get down for that one to be able to cut it off. It's going to be 4 runs, though. Nicely out by Matthew Wade, sitting now on 12 runs off 11 deliveries. Behrendorff there was a good attacking shot, just a little bit too far away for Hardy. Oh, sorry, it's actually Evans who wasn't quite able to cut it off there. And Matthew Wade, he will be pretty happy with that one. Now moving himself up to more than that strike out of 100. What's your favorite run, Seb? As well, says Robert there. Behrendorff, nicely bowled, and Matthew Wade with the year, mate, is what they are going to be running there. Just a single, and that is the end of the 3rd over. 18 runs for none here for themselves. I'm actually going to have a quick look and see what the Scorchers were sitting at this point, because I know that Patterson straight away, he just went in their innings. So after the 3 overs, they were sitting at 9 for 1. So actually, tell you what, they did start very slowly for them. And then I believe it was as soon as they got into about that outside of the power play that they started really ramping it up. So currently, you'd say that they've got double the runs here for the Hurricanes, so they are sitting decent. Is your favorite chocolate cake and vanilla cake image as well, says Kevin there. Oh, I do like myself a chocolate cake with, or even just a chocolate sponge. Buttercream icing as well is very nice, and Havana Club as well there. And also we've got there, I seem to know what is good alcohol, but I don't really drink any as well, says that Paddy Wagon there. And also we've got there, Seb, get a bottle of Kraken rum, mate, as well there, says Jay. But now it is going to be Andrew Chai charging into bowl once again here, and he has been picking up a lot of wickets. I believe he's 3rd at the moment in terms of the wicket-taking list. And at the BBL so far, I believe at the top of the Singer, it's been going nicely. Okay, you've got to try Bundaberg rum and visit the rum factory as well there, says that Robert there in the chat. Andrew Ty, dot ball, start off this over. They haven't worked out where Andrew Ty is in terms of his name. It's just sitting there at the moment. Marcus Diners at the moment, they're having a bit of a chat right now. They have worked out that it is Andrew Ty bowling, a little bit of a leg side shot. What a catch that is. And Matthew Wade, he's going to be gone. Mitch Marsh has been able to pick it up. Tymon Mills just tried to steal a high 5. He was actually behind him and he ended up going to slap in the back of Mitchell Marsh's hand, but that is going to be the wicket falling for the Perth Scorchers. And that is a massive one to get. Andrew Ty, he is now moving his way just a little bit further up in terms of those wicket takers. OP Bundy Rum as well. And there's his JA, but Matthew Wade just ends up kind of scooping it like it was a golf shot straight to Mitch Marsh, who had to take a low catch. It wasn't easy on the circle, but he was able to do it nicely, and that is going to be the first wicket of the day falling. Matthew Wade smacks the ground. Probably going to need a new bat. After that, we have got there the out emoji from Paddy Wagon and also Sebastian. I've been wanting a Bundaberg for quite some time. I've heard the bottles are quite nice looking as well. And a Perth smash, says Jay, but Matthew Wade now losing his wicket. That actually means 32% chance for the Hobart Hurricanes to be able to win this game. I'm actually starting to feel maybe that the Perth Scorchers might have too much scoreboard pressure out there. Although Caleb Joey can change the innings around. Last time he wasn't really able to get himself firing as well. If you had Make Burger, what would you put in it, Amish, as well? I'm a simple man when it comes to my burgers. And I guess it's one of those ones that some people will agree, some people won't agree. But I'm like, right, put the patty, put the cheese, put the bacon, put the sauce. Don't put that kind of, those greens in it. Don't do that. No, don't get the lettuce or anything like that. I just like a stock standard. But then saying that, if it's the occasion, I'll have a little bit of the lettuce and whatnot in it as well. And also we have got there, where are you at? In Queensland as well, says Jay there. It's going to be a beautiful Yorker bowl by Andrew Ty. Took the base of it. Yeah, that made 5 hours of me as well. And they made 5 hours from me as well, says Robert there. And also nice. Me personally, I like the old Scottish whiskey, single malt as well. 1 shot in a tumbler glass, 1 cube of ice, and a dash of soda water, heaven as well. Says that David perhaps we'll have to try it out at some stage. We have got there Taroom you as well. I don't know whether or not I did say that properly, but sounded cool. So we will go with it at the moment. They need 150 runs here for the Hobart Hurricanes off 99 deliveries. Can they do it? Slower ball. Well bowled by Andrew Ty, and Caleb Jewell now off the mark, hitting it into his leg and then out to the man at point, which is Ashton Agar. Good day with the bat as well as the Bundaberg Ginger Bear. Any good lads as well, says Sebastian. I don't think I've ever had Ginger Beer, so I don't know whether or not I will be able to help you out with that one. Okay, Rob, I grew up in Mackay as well. I live in Perth, says that Jay. And also we've got there, sorry, I missed Australian and England as well. No worries, mate. We have got still plenty more of the Ashes taking place. We will be covering the next match that does take place for the Ashes, and that is going to be on the 26th of January. That's a big day, Boxing Day. I'm going to be talking for about 12 hours straight. That's a little edge. Well done behind the stumps for Josh Inglis. They do take the single on, and they do get there just as well. Yes, Seb, it's good as well, says a Robert. But yeah, pretty much from 12:30, I'm going to have a quick look at this because I know that I'm talking for a very long time on Boxing Day. I believe it is going to be, I'm just checking when the last game of the BBL takes place on the December 26th. What do we got here? Week 4, Andrew Ty still running in for this final delivery of his over, I will mention. And it is going to be hit down the ground. They do not get the single. Very good over from Andrew Ty. Only going for the 2 runs and also picking himself up the wicket as well. So they will now need 148 off 96 balls if they do want a chance of being able to win this one. They still need 80 off the first 10 overs to get the Bash boost point also. Yeah, Boxing Day. How long does a game of cricket go for? It's normally about 3.5 hours, somewhere around there, I guess. So we would say for that day, we will be talking from about 12:20 right through to about 2:30 in the morning. So we're going to be talking for 14 hours straight here for Boxing Day. So my voice, it will not be there. And then just to make it a little bit better, December, we got 2 more. We got 2 more games straight after each other as well. So that's going to be another 12 or 14 hours talking. Surely we don't have another double header. No, we don't. But then on Wednesday, we do have the double header, which is going to be 2 games back to back, although they actually overlap drastically. So we will only be able to cover one of those games while they are taking place as well. We also got there, whenever I pour myself a glass of whiskey, I go for Scotch as well. Pretty good bevy as well, and it's delicious. Says that David, and now Peter Haskelloo going to be bowling this one. His best figures are actually 3 for 43, relatively expensive at times. It's a wide straight away, and you never know what to expect from him as well. He's moved over to the Perth Scorchers from the Melbourne Renegades, and he has just looked over to the side. He has got a little bit of a on his face. I don't think he expected that one to come out the way that it did. He loves giving the ball an almighty turn when he is holding it, getting ready to bowl. Can he get it to turn nicely? Yeah, the leg spinner. That's a better one. Hit straight down the ground about a metre. Don't know what happened there. Caleb Jewell, it's Darcy Short. I think he ended up almost snapping his bat, just making sure it is all right, but he went about 2 feet in front of him there for Darcy Short, so definitely didn't really get hold of that one, I guess you could say. And at the moment, 9.28 runs per over is the required here for the Hobart Hurricanes. A little bit dragged down from Haskelloo. He can actually end up doing that quite often throughout his innings, but it is going to be now Ashton Agar. Does get that one from the deep. Nicely done by the Hobart Hurricanes to be able to just keep the strike rate ticking over, because that's the thing. The first goal is the Bash boost point. That is pretty much the stock standard. You need that. And then from there, you can kind of go on. I'm just looking at all these games that overlap. There's a few of them as well. And by the way, congratulations to the Aussies. You were simply better. No excuses for England as well. How do you pronounce his name as well? Says that Jay. I say Haskelloo, but I feel like I do get that a little bit wrong. If I'm not wrong, I say 12:20 p.m. Till 8 p.m. your time as well, says Robert there. And the chat as well. Yeah, that will be for the Ashes. And then we have got the BBL Haskelloo as well. Says Jay Hayes. I think I do say it a little bit wrong. It's going to be a catching opportunity in the deep. He does hit it through the gap, though, and that's going to be Caleb Jewell. 1 bounce 4 with the sweep shot. And Agar there from Robert Miller there in the chat as well. Brilliant shot, and you mate can't beat it as well, says David. Very nicely done by Caleb Jewell. Saw the gap between the 2 fielders in the deep and almost found it with a 6 as well. So well hit by Caleb Jewell. He's been in form recently. The way that he strikes the ball, he always gets power on it. And he's got such good time and quick hands through the ball as well. Haskelloo now a bit leg sideish, and he is going to be walked away. This is going to be at least the 1 run. It is just going to be the one. Well, it's cut out in the deep for him as well. Haskelloo, I think is what they say there as well. So I say Haskelloo. So I think the Z is actually a S. So it's Haskelloo. Haskelloo. Must be the Greek pronunciation as well. Sounds Greek anyway as well. And there, yeah, it does indeed. Now it's going to be nicely played there. Once again, going to be another single, and that will be 8 runs on the first over of Haskelloo. And it is going to be 100. That's a lie. It's going to be 28 for 1 here. Get it too excited. They will have 100 soon, of course, for the Hobart Hurricanes. And they do almost need to bring up the 100, probably around the 12 to 13 over mark if they do want a real chance of being able to win this game. I'm looking through week 7. We've actually got a day that has 3, or sorry, I think it's week 8. Yeah, week 8. We have 3 games back to back to back. I'm actually really looking forward to that day, the Wednesday, 19th of January, although it is also the same day as the Sevens, I believe, or the finals are actually the same day of the Sevens for the BBL and the Sevens combined, so we will have to juggle them quite nicely for ourselves. 140 runs needed now off 19 balls to win this one as well for the Hobart Hurricanes, and if they get the win, they push themselves up to 3rd, as they would be sitting at the moment on the table. Decent run rate, but they have dropped back down below what the Perth Scorchers were sitting on at this stage of the innings. They're saying there Patterson, and also I believe there was another man at the crease. I think it was Mitch Marsh actually was able to really accelerate it. Good Yorker bowled by Mitch Marsh. He is actually bowling. Tell you what, that caught me off guard for a second there. He is a bowling himself here, Mitch Marsh, possibly. It's going to be interesting. Water is great. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your neighbours as well there. Says that David, but now it is going to be Caleb Jewell once again at the crease. 6 off 6 so far for a Mitchell Marsh, building up to that one. Hit down the ground hard, but it is once again just going to be the single. He's getting them down there at 130 Ks for Mitchell Marsh. Sorry, I almost said Mitchell Stark twice there, and I caught myself both times. Of course, Mitchell Stark doing well in the test match for Australia, getting themselves 6 wickets. With him between the 2 innings. I can't speak. I feel like I'm all cricketed out almost today, which is why this game, I feel like this one, if it goes down to the wire, my voice is going to be absolutely gone. Mitch Marsh, wide Yorker there, played nicely by Darcy Short, just kind of chops it away, and it's going to be well done in the deep by the man to be able to cut it off. Just kept to the 2 runs in the end. He dropped something out of his pocket. Hopefully he does notice, or else he will be missing it when he does get home. I wonder if my dad found his phone in the end, because he did actually not know where it was for a little bit earlier on in the day. So hopefully he found it. It was nicely done there. He dropped his something. I think it's his bowling marker, was it? No, not too sure what it would have been in the pocket. But now at the moment it is Mitch Marsh. Once again, he was able to get the 100 last week. This week, though, was only on 21 runs off 21 balls. Still a very good kind of start to his BBL, though. Maybe he will be able to get himself up to that top run scorer by the end of the competition. Nicely bowled straight down the ground. Power shot from Darcy Short. Hits it straight, but it is going to be cut off nicely as well, running the 2. And they have got back for it as now. Or as well, I should say. I can say that as well. There won't be any Bulgarians on a cricket stream as well there. In the chat says Sebastian. But Mitch Marsh at the moment almost tried to get the hand up for the cordon bowl, but it was hit very nicely by Short, but does get cut off. And the boundary as well. Seems like a relatively long boundary down the ground. I know that the short boundary is definitely on the leg side, and it is 60 metres. Oh, it's a little kind of block hole Yorker there from Mitchell Stark. Mitchell Marsh. Every time I say Stark, it's going to annoy me. Of course, he is signed for the Sydney Sixers, but probably won't have any game time for them with the Ashes running right through. But we've got BBL, we've got Ashes, all pretty much all taking place at a similar time as well. Going to be absolutely awesome. Hi, Amish as well, says Warriors fan. Welcome into the live stream, mate. Hope you're doing well, and hope you are excited for the rest of this match so far. 34 runs off 3.5 overs, or sorry, 5.5 here. It's going to be a dot ball there for Mitchell Marsh. That is the end of the over, and that is going to be 34 for 1 after 6 here. So the required run rate that they need is 9.5 second. 9.57. So many numbers today, hasn't there been? And also current run rate 5.67. Yeah, well, we're having a shocker at the moment with the words. They aren't rolling off the tongue too nicely for tonight. That is the joint 134 runs off 84 balls here for the Hobart Hurricanes to be able to get themselves a win. It is going to be Tymon Mills once again, who will be making his way to the crease. The English international. He's got some very good change-ups, Tymon Mills. Like I mentioned, getting 3 wickets in his last match. Darcy Short, though, has maximum power, maximum reliability, maximum match winner. And then he's not very good against spin, as the rating that they have given him there. So it will be interesting to see how he does go up against Tymon Mills. He is just accustomed to throwing down that slow ball every once in a while or just as likely to, should say there. But now he is going to be charging, and he is the left-arm pace bowler. It's a nice delivery straight over the top of the stumps. Plenty of pace on it as well, and Caleb Jewell not able to connect with it. 7 runs off 8 for him so far. Matthew Wade falling early, and that was 13 runs off 14 deliveries. But Mitch Marsh, oh no. Mitch Marsh, I think, might have injured himself there. Unfortunately, hopefully it is just a little bit of unfamiliarity, I think is the word there for him. And also my brother is watching NRL State of Origin DVD as well. Says Warriors fan there, and also first bat win today. Says a Roman, also your name Hamish Linklater as well. Is your name Hamish Linklater? My name is Hamish, but it is not the Linklater. After that as well, we have got their Where's the Stars or When's the Stars next game. So the next game that the Melbourne Stars have got for themselves, we will go here and we will go here. I believe they are about 4 days away or something, though, for the Melbourne Stars. They are going to be playing pretty much 4 days away. It is Friday, December 24th. Hurricanes taking on the Stars. That is the game that is happening Christmas Eve, and we are going to be covering it on the channel also. I've got their What Year Warriors band as well. There's Robert Miller, of course, some good battles in recent times, the State of Origin, but then going back about 20 years, definitely different rules. That is for sure. Tymon Mills showing his stumps a little bit there. Caleb Jewell tries to absolutely whack that ball, misses it completely. Now sitting on 9 off 10 deliveries. Tymon Mills so far been very economic for the last little while for himself. But do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, who will be the top run scorer for the Hobart Hurricanes, and also who will take the most wickets. We've seen so far there was the wicket for Andrew Tye. I think he is actually, even before taking that wicket, I think he is going to be the man who does get the most. I'll say that it will be actually, who they got it for? Ben McDermott. I'm going to say McDermott will be the top run scorer here for the Hobart Hurricanes, but a 69% chance for the Perth Scorchers to be able to win this game. They were sitting 1 for 48 at this point as well. Oh, God, not Roman again. And that as well. That's going to be nicely played there. And also we have got that 2021 for Warriors fan as well. Also a State of Origin DVD of 2021. Good battle between those two sides. I assume you get all 3 matches for that. And someone to watch out for, of course, Tommy Turbo, Tom Trbojevic. Name that is very fun to say, and also a player who is very fun to watch in that regard. Mills at the moment sitting 0 from 10, 1.4 overs in to his spell. I assume they will try and really keep this pressure going here for the Perth Scorchers. Caleb Jewell, he's trying to whack the ball way too hard, but that normally is how he plays. He either strikes the ball to the boundary or he doesn't really strike it at all. Seems to be the two that he does go with. Tymon Mills now tries to smack that one. He's missed it once again. Another dot ball well bowled by Mills. Just one delivery left. At this point, the Scorchers, they were sitting on 1 for 52, so the Hurricanes just falling a little bit behind. And Caleb Jewell, if he can feel the ball off bat just a few more times out of the middle, they are going to need 132 runs off 78 balls. So it's almost going to be, yes, it is 10 runs and over from here on out for the Hobart Hurricanes. They have still got themselves the option of their power surge, 2 overs with only 2 men outside of the ring. That will be taking place at some stage after the 10th over. But for now, they do need themselves another 44 runs to be able to get the power surge, or sorry, the bash boost point. Caleb Jewell strikes that one hard. Doesn't get all of it, though. Does mistime it. And that is going to be just a single down the ground to close out that over a time on Mills. Very impressive bowling from the Englishman once again. And now the Hurricanes are sitting 1 for 37. And we have got okay as well. Says up Robert there. And that chat. But yeah, do let me know also, ladies and gentlemen, NRL Super Rugby. Which one are you looking forward to the most that is coming up in the near future? We have got Super Rugby starting in February. NRL, I believe, starts in March, if I'm not wrong. Just a little bit later than that as well. Liquid. How long have I been talking today? Probably a little while. I think that's only like 6 hours and a half or something like that. Maybe closer to 7. Yet, going to be tough. That is for sure for that one that we do have 12 hours straight as well. Okay, NRL March as well. And there says Robert for which one he is excited for more. I might consider doing a little bit of the NRL if that is something you guys are keen on. It will probably be on the Kiwi Lads Sport channel, though, just because I know that the copyright system with the NRL can sometimes be a little bit risky. And yes, they would remove it, but I don't want to have about 5 weeks or something waiting for them to remove it, or 2 weeks, I think it is, until you do end up getting your live stream kind of back up and running. So I would probably do it on the Kiwi Lads Sport just as a little bit of a safety measure there as well. At the moment, 130 runs needed of 77 balls. Once again, another dot ball. Once again, another single there for Caleb Jewell. And now it will be Darcy Short will be on strike, sitting on 12 runs off for 15 deliveries. Has had quite a slow start to the NRL. Yeah, he's not playing in the NRL that I know of. I don't think he'd be. And there's NRL is March 10th as well. Both Super Rugby Pacific and the NRL are highly equated competitions or weighted competitions. The NRL is on Fox League as well. Says a Warriors fan there in the chat. The Bash boost. They need 42 runs from 16 balls. It's not going to be too easy. 15 runs in over here. And Andrew Ty gives him a big full toss there. Darcy Short pounces, but he does only get a single down the ground there. But now at the moment, Caleb Jewell trying to build up a little bit of a partnership here with Darcy Short here on KO as well, says Robert Miller there. And that's but yeah, hopefully we do get to see plenty of action. That's the thing. This year, I didn't watch as much NRL as I would have liked to. It was actually the year before, I think, that I was watching every single game, watching the replays before the time of YouTube. I believe it actually was. It was one of the first lockdowns, I believe, for New Zealand, I want to say. And it was pretty much, I sat here every day. I would be watching the NRL replays, AFL as well. I was getting into a little while ago. And who do you support in the NRL? Question for everyone as well. I should say the Warriors, but I quite like the Roosters. I think because of James Tedesco, I do really enjoy watching the Roosters play. And also we have got there with all the busy live stream, Cricket Ashes, BBL, when are you Xbox live stream as well? Says Kevin, hopefully this week at some stage, maybe closer to Christmas in a couple of days' time, we will be able to get something going. That's going to be the wide there, bowled by Andrew Ty. And also we have got the KO as well as from Robert. But yeah, hopefully we can get one going. And also I do want to film some sort of video with George and also Isaac and Daniel while they are around as well. And also I support the Eels, says a Warriors fan. Very good side, Parramatta Eels. That's the thing. I want to play more Rugby League Live 4 as well. Would you guys want to see me and possibly George, if I can get him round a few times, play a few games of the NRL, like the real match fixtures, on Rugby League Live each week? So that's something you guys will be interested in. Do let me know on Broncos, and they play the Bunnies in the first game as well. Says that Robert there. And Warriors fan supported the Eels as well. Or Warriors fan supports the Eels. Says that it was from JA's, although that is the Golden State Warriors rather than the New Zealand Warriors, I guess you could say there as well. Big full toss, and he has taken on that one, Caleb Jewell. Has he got all of it? He does not. Oh, no. That's going to be the wicket of Caleb Jewell. Is it a no ball? They will be checking this one. So while they're at it, they might as well just keep on running between the sticks. That is going to be the wicket by the looks of it. They're going to be going upstairs, though, surely, for this one, just to make sure that it is a little bit lower than the hip. I believe it's borderline, though, as a comment. Yeah, just going to be checking it. Okay. What do we got here? The foot is completely fine there for Andrew Ty. Is this going to be a no ball? If it isn't, Caleb Jewell does get himself a free hit. Or it's debatable. But I think it's pretty much he struck the ball just a little bit above his hips, but that is because he did advance to be able to go out there and get it. I feel like it should be a no ball, though, for him as well. I have to wait and see how it goes from the side on. That's a no ball, I believe. They need a frame in between. They haven't got it. Going back on field. Did he just say that is field? I think that is going to be the wicket there. And it's going to be Andrew Ty picking up a second as well. But with their commentary, could you have like the stadium like you got behind you with the scorecard as well? Here's a Robert there. Oh, that's a good question. I know that in terms of, I think that's the thing. NRL is very tough because I know that they are harsh with the copyright system. Like some live streams get taken down and then the person doesn't get their channel back till they can pretty much get it taken away after the couple weeks. So it's a tough one, but pretty much Rugby League Live is pretty much a Xbox game that we have got as well. I don't know whether or not we could actually try and have the green screen set up while we are in the corner or something. Maybe me and George see if we can both fit into it, but we will try, see how we can get it to work. But Caleb Jewell on his way, unlucky there that it wasn't a no ball. 13 runs off 17 deliveries, and now it is going to be Ben McDermott making his way to the crease. The man who I said would get the most runs out of any of the Hobart Hurricanes players per smash as well, says at JA. So now at the moment for the Perth Scorchers, they are sitting an 80% chance of being able to win this game. Very impressive from them, that is for sure. Ben McDermott, though, he is unorthodox when he is at the crease. Does have plenty of power, and he kind of generates it from nothing. He could half swing and still hit that ball to the boundary. He is going to be on strike, though, for the first delivery of Ashton Agar into this matchup. Looks like he is changing up the field just a little bit. For them to be able to get the bash boost point, they need another 38 runs from only 2 overs. So 38 runs from 12 balls shouldn't happen unless, of course, the Perth Scorchers end up well and truly blowing this one. But 10.5 is the required run rate here for the Hobart Hurricanes as well. Anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We will be back tomorrow with another live stream of the BBL. It will be, in the end, the Strikers taking on the Sixers. Nicely played there by Ben McDermott. Misfield there, and Ashton Agar. That will not impress him because he has just had 2 free runs, I should say, scored off him as well. Unfortunately, just didn't quite go well from there. Andrew Ty actually missing that one. I think Ashton Agar, sorry, he might have actually sworn and he kind of went like that. So I think he was worried that the stump mics might have picked him up saying that, but luckily they did not. But it was a good catch in the deep for Mitch Marsh in the end. Saying it did look a little bit high for that no ball as well. McDermott here on strike. Nicely played there down the ground from McDermott. And he now moves himself up onto 3 runs for himself off the 2 deliveries. They will need to keep on increasing the run rate for themselves because they are sitting currently needing 10.5. And anytime there is a single, that will increase by just a little bit more for themselves as well. 123 off 70. Can they do it, ladies and gentlemen? Do let me know in the chat how many balls will be remaining if they do chase it down. See what we have. I would say less than 6, though, is probably a very decent shout if it did end up happening for the Hobart Hurricanes. We have Oscar there, Philly Yawn coming on as well, says Jay. It's getting close. Reverse sweep there. That's going to be LBW. Yes, it is. It is given. And now Darcy Short, he has gone 13 runs off 18 deliveries. Tries to reverse sweep. He has gone as well. Same says Robert. That might have been where the yawn was coming from. 10.7 now needed. Ashton Agar. Why did he play it? Darcy Short, why did he just put the bat behind it as well? He decided to go for the reverse sweep. And because that's the thing, it would have been pitching outside leg, but because he switch hit it, it did mean that it did end up being allowed outside leg because it all of a sudden became on the other side. Short is out as well, says Sebastian there. And also we have got their Perth smash, says Jay. That is now going to be 3 down here for the Hobart Hurricanes. They're fallen over. 14% chance of them winning. Darcy Short gone 13 runs off 18 and 45 for 3 here for the Hobart Hurricanes. Not too happy with himself there for Darcy Short. And now making his way to the crease, it is going to be Henry Brooke, who has made his way out there. Hashtag 70 cents as well, says JA. Should have had the 70 on the Perth Scorchers there, I guess, for this one for myself. But Ben McDermott, he has got the best strike rate out of anyone at the moment, sitting on 3 runs off 2 deliveries. But of course, that can change very quick with still. There it is. There's that yawn you were hoping for. But also still to come in the batting lineup, they have got Tim David, Nathan Ellis, Tom Rogers, Jordan Thompson, Will Parker, and Sandeep Labashane. As well, I can see Perth winning Ty and Marsh to take the wickets as well, says Robert there. And the chat, but at the moment, it looks like Ashton Agar perhaps will be able to get himself 1 or 2 more. But Henry Brooke. Oh, bold. Hit down the ground. It is going to be the single, little bit of a run-out attempt. But now at this stage, Ashton Agar hasn't really had any looseness in the early stages. Everything has been straight on the stumps, and it is pretty much you miss, I hit. That's the way that he will be thinking there. But that one, but they're showing there, plumb middle stump was going to be getting knocked out of the ground. It was actually the umpire who took a little bit longer to give that one, and I believe that was because he was trying to work out whether or not it was the outside of the line. But of course, with that switch it, a little bit lofty, and it is going to be hit out through deep cover just for the single there once again. And now it will be Brooke back on strike. McDermott moves up onto 3 runs off 9 deliveries. That's a lie. He's on 3 deliveries, and Mills to get a wicket for sure as well. Surely, yeah, surely Tymel Mills, he's got that slower ball and also the Yorker in the depth overs. That might be able to help them out. 10.8 runs required per over here for the Hobart Hurricanes if they do want to go on and beat the Perth Scorchers, a team that they were able to get a little bit earlier on. He got weight as well, says Robert there. In the earlier stages, I assume he means another wicket for them at this stage. But in the first game, the Scorchers actually won it by a total of 53 runs. Yeah, and this one, it was Andrew Ty actually who got Matthew Wade, rather than Tymel Mills. Was in the end a very good delivery from Andrew Ty, who has already picked up 2 wickets in this game so far. That is 48 for 3 here after 9 overs for them. So they certainly won't be getting that bash boost point unless they hit 32 runs off this over. They will be looking more towards the win. Haskelloo is going to be now back at the bowling crease. He does bowl an unorthodox style of leg spin. It's very hard to read because his arms just kind of go all over the place while he's running in, kind of like he is a windmill, and I'm sure he could really generate some energy for them if they ever decided that that would be the way to go after retirement. But he is going to be bowling here, the leg spinner. Getting ready to go here. 3 wickets down at the moment, 48 runs for the Hobart Hurricanes. 32 needed off 36 balls for the bash boost point, but more than likely that point will be secured by the Perth Scorchers. And now, the way that it is sitting at the moment, I believe that will actually put them top of the table, just as we are sitting at the moment, and Mills to get a wicket as well. And at that one, but now it is going to be Henry Brook, who's going to be out there. He's saying pretty easy at the moment in the field for one of the English players. It's going to bowl him, and Haskelloo picks up the wicket. He is fired up at the moment, and that is going to be the 4th one. Harry Brook, falls. And also we have got this, but where is Jenny? And there is, she's in the basement waiting for Daddy. Oh, geez, that went interesting direction. That one has gone through the middle there. And Haskelloo picks up the wicket, and he is fired up as well. Anytime he gets one, he absolutely loves it. He gets just overly excited when he does pick it up, and that is going to be Harry Brook. He has gone bold, Haskelloo, and now it is going to be 4 for 48 here for the Hobart Hurricanes. And also we have there lower the chat from a JAs and also from Robert there. Currently needing a total of 11.1 per over. They need to be careful not to get bowled out here, though, the Hobart Hurricanes, because it is going to be Tim David at the crease. Other than that, though, they're almost into their bowlers. And also we have there in a chat from Chris White there. And the chat as well. And also there's a few in your basement, as I says right there. And there is indeed. But yeah, anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We are back tomorrow for the next game of the KFC Big Bash. The Adelaide Strikers, they will be taking on the Sydney Sixers at the SCG. Also coming up soon, Wednesday, we will have the Renegades taking on the Scorchers. Thursday, Strikers versus the Heat. Friday, Hurricanes versus the Stars. And that game is a little bit earlier, actually, I do see, for on Christmas Eve. We will be doing that game as well for the Hobart Hurricanes. And then Boxing Day is huge. We have got Thunder versus Sixers, the Sydney Derby, and then Scorchers versus Renegades as the game after that, alongside the Boxing Day test. And beard welders, as well, says Vivek there in the chat. Wilders, hopefully I pronounced that correctly. It's a chamber of no return, Rob, as well. And there's Sebastian there. And now Tim David, he is at the crease, got plenty of power, good against pace, but maybe against spin, it might be a little bit more technical and a little bit more difficult for him. So Haskelloo now bowling that one. It's outside of the off stump, and Tim David does hit it out there and at the deep as well. Nicely done by Colin Munro on the deep to throw that one back in. But Haskelloo, he was able to pick up the wicket. He hasn't actually got a huge amount this season so far. And what is a beard welder as well in the chat from a JA, someone who makes bed frames, I believe. You know, you just weld together the frame and put the mattress on it, the mattress on it, and you're good to go for a good night's rest. But Haskelloo, be whipping it to the leg side once again. Hobart Hurricanes looking to run quick between the wickets. They do just take the one, though, and that is something that David does struggle with just a little bit, being quick between the wickets. Doesn't really get a huge amount of pace in those legs, but 11.2 is the current run rate. They need 30 runs off 3 balls here for them to be able to get themselves in the position of the bash boost point. I had no idea, but the way he spelled it, I thought he was welding steel as well. And there says Robert there in the chat. And now it is going to be Tim David on strike. Haskelloo pitches it up there. Nice little bit of spin. Almost a wrong, and I believe it was. Now at the moment going down the ground, and Agar able to field it in the deep. He has still got 3 more overs as well, and it's looking like a spinner's surface. Haskelloo able to pick up a wicket, and Perth wins this match as well. Sees a Sharaf, yeah, they've got a very good chance at the moment, a 94% chance of being able to get there. Need a big bed if you have a Hugh as well in there from JAs. Now it's going to be Haskelloo. A little bit always shot down the ground. Tim David, you can't just stand there, mate. He just sat there waiting and waiting and waiting. Almost got himself run out. There is a single there every day of the week, but he just sat there hesitating. He was like, do we go? Do we go? Do we go? And then he decided that he didn't want to in the end, but then he did have to, because McDermott have run through for this thing. Perth wins this match. Perth fires this match as well. Says Sharaf possibly scorching the Hurricanes here at the moment. Nicely bowled once again, and it's going to be Tim David. Hits it down to the leg side. So that will be 5 runs off the over of Haskaloo, and also the bash boost point is going in favour of the Perth Scorchers. So they have secured it for another match in a row. I believe they actually got it up against the Sydney Sixers. Could be wrong there, though. Nonetheless, 115 runs needed off 60 balls here for them to be able to win it. Cheers. Like, that's the thing. Now that I start drinking water, I don't know how I used to get through my live streams. And also, Perth Scorchers fire this moment as well, says Sharaf. So possibly another wicket coming very soon by the looks of it. But yeah, like, now that I've started drinking water for live streams, I have to, or else then my voice just disappears completely. And I feel like that is because I am working it well and truly for the last little while with the Big Bash going on, also with the Ashes. And then when you got the rugby in the weekend as well, just having a cheeky wee look at the rugby does end up with the vocal cords trying to disappear as well. That's the thing. I didn't even think about that. Boxing Day, there's probably some rugby on as well in the middle of the night. I'm not too sure whether or not we will be covering that one on the channel as well for the URC. Oh, the URC. Okay, it's on Monday the 27th that it is Munster versus Leinster, because that's going to be good. And thank you. Keep away from the keyboard, please, as well. And the chat says Sebastian there in the chat. Yeah, do let me know who you think is going to be winning this game, ladies and gentlemen. Surely you are saying the Scorchers, but who knows? Maybe the Hurricanes can make a massive comeback for this one as well. Just having a look through at the URC. They don't seem to have any that are taking place for the Christmas period. Bristol versus Leicester, that is going to be on December 27th. So I think we are all right in that regard of not having too many overlapping. Hang on. That is actually Christmas. Oh, that's like 27th is actually the Boxing Day night, isn't it? I don't think that through. So we might have about 16 hours of talking. It's a bit of fun. We have also got the 158 for 6 there. And the chat from Novmum for the prediction. So he feels, or she feels, sorry about that. She feels that it will be going for a good little partnership between these two men. Haskaloo, he was fired up when he was picking up the wickets a little bit earlier on in the innings. Currently 115 runs needed off 60 balls for them to be able to go on to win this match. Do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, how many runs do you think that they will be getting in this game, the Perth Scorchers, the Hobart Hurricanes? But so far, most wickets, Andrew Tye at 9, 8 for Tanveer Sangha, and then it is Zahir Khan for the Melbourne Renegades sitting on 7, Stephen O'Keefe sitting on 6. He actually got 4 of those in the very first game, and Kane Richardson sitting there on 6 as well. This is going to be now the power surge. Taking it early. They got 2 men at the crease who aren't really set, but they might as well go for it. 22nd or 7th is the second day of the Boxing Day test as well. Yes, so it's going to be hard to balance, isn't it? Overall, because I'm thinking of that 27th morning, and that is going to be when the Munster game is taking place. Ooh, it's going to be fun. Going to be a good one. Hopefully, we do make it through all of them as well. We have got now Andrew Tye bowling. He's currently bowled 2 overs, 2 for 7 here. Shot down the ground there from Tim David, and it will just be the single moving up onto 4 or 4 for that man at the moment. Currently 54 for 4 after the 10 overs. They were sitting something around there. So I would say that's the thing. They're about 30 runs behind at this point compared to what the Perth Scorchers were. So that's not going to be very easy. Current run rate, they are going at 5.31. Required run rate, they are going at 11.6. Not an easy task here for the Hobart Hurricanes. McDermott, though, he can hit the ball hard. He's hit it straight down the ground. It is just going to be the one. Oh, it's a misfield, though, and they are going to be able to get 2. Tim David running hard. And you have to be very careful running between the wickets with Tim David. And I think that in the end, McDermott almost was hesitant for that second. And I feel like there's going to be a run out at some point. And the worst thing is, it's probably going to be McDermott who gets run out, because Tim David will say no at the last minute for that one as well. They're talking to Adam Voges. It's his name, isn't it? Voges, I believe it is, if I'm not wrong. Andrew Tye at the moment going for 2 singles. That's a dot ball for him as well. Well bowled by Andrew Tye at the moment, looking very economical and also leading wicket taker in the competition for the BBL so far. Sangha just behind him, like I mentioned, and then also Zahir Khan is going to be there as well. And at the moment, McDermott sitting on 8 runs off 7 deliveries. Tim David sitting on 4 of 4. And also we have got the links from Sebastian as well. Anyone who hasn't already, be sure to check out the Kiwi Lads Sport channel and also the Kiwi Lads Game. And Kiwi Lads Sport is where we will be covering a bit of the NRL. That was a big full toss there from Andrew Tye. I think that's actually the 3rd time that he has had that today. And now it is going to be the no ball for Andrew Tye and Voges in the chat from Robert. The thing is, writing it out is helpful-ish, but it is also like kind of what I could see on this screen as well. So how is it pronounced? Is it Voges? I believe, maybe. Now Andrew Tye, big old full toss. And that one was called as a free hit now. So it's a free run, and now it's a free hit, and he's hit it straight into his ankle. Good ball from Andrew Tye there. Is it AJ Tye or Andrew Tye? It's Andrew Tye, but I think they call him AJ Tye. I got confused for a second. I was like, wait, have I been calling him the wrong name this whole time for him? But luckily, was getting it slightly right there as well. But currently, we have just ticked over the hour mark on this live stream. So anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We didn't do the first innings as the Ashes was still taking place. Well bowled by Andrew Tye once again. He's just on fire. Oh, it's a no ball though. Wait a minute, they called it a wide. Why is that a wide? That's came back in as well. That is a harsh wide for the start of this one. That is for sure for the Perth Scorchers. Maybe the umpire felt bad about that one in the first over that he did not call. So he was like, anytime it's slightly wide, I will just put my arms out. And he's saying it right as well for Voges there. But Andrew Tye, he can't believe it. He's looking down at the lines going, was that not just a little bit that way? Going, how is that possible? But now it is going to be Andrew Tye once again. Steaming, and he's gone for a couple extra so far. That's another big full toss. It's gone up in the sky. And that's actually how he picked up his last wicket. It is going to be taken in the deep there. And it's a brilliant take, and that is going to be the 5th wicket. That is 2 times in a row that he has actually had 2 full tosses, Andrew Tye. And he has been able to pick up wickets with them. I mean, they're a very effective delivery by the looks of it. But during the power surge, that is going to be the 3rd one for Andrew Tye. Seems to be just trying to get the York. It's getting them a bit too full. But 2 times out of there, he has been able to get 2 wickets as well. As a great take, a great take in the end. And that's going to be McDermott out now. 8 runs of 10 deliveries, and it was actually the fielder, Hobson, who was a substitute fielder, I should say. Ben McDermott, he is going to be gone at the moment. There's no one really who has been able to carry them through this innings. It has been 13 runs for Matthew Wade, 13 runs for Darcy Short, 13 runs for Caleb Jewell. No, it's 8 runs. 8 runs for Ben McDermott. Imagine if it was actually 13 again and everyone just got 13. They get themselves 130. It would be a decent effort for their side as well. But now at the crease, it is going to be Thompson and McDermott out as well there. Says Sebastian here. Not when they wanted to lose that wicket, that is for sure. But now it will be Thompson. They've actually promoted him up the order a little bit. Jordan Thompson on my list. He was batting at 8. No, sorry, batting at 9. But he is out there now for the power surge. Currently sitting 5 down here for the Hurricanes. Not at the 100 as of yet. It was a very good catch from Hobson, who has only been out there for not too long at all. Just lines it up, takes it as well, and was able to get that one. McDermott, or sorry, it was actually Behrendorff and also Ashton Turner running out to him. Now Jordan Thompson at the crease. This is going to be important, but it is Tim David on strike. He can hit a long ball, though, and he is the X-Factor player there. Jordan Thompson was swapped in for Riley Meredith. So perhaps this is going to be a good opportunity. Try and get some time. That's a brilliant ball from Andrew Tye, though. That is going to close out his first over. He only went for like 3 runs off that one, and a lot of those ones actually were off the kind of extras. I should say, how's the crowd at Blundstone taking it? They're relatively silent at the moment. I don't think they're too happy with the way that the Hobart Hurricanes are playing in this one. They need to make sure that they don't get themselves bowled out, or else your net run rate is just absolutely destroyed. One more over of the power surge now. And so far, Tymall Mills, he has gone for 11 runs off his 2 overs. He is going to be bowling for this one as well. Andrew Tyson in 3 runs for 12, 3 wickets for 12 runs of his 3 as well. I feel like the next time I have a rugby live stream, after all of this cricket that we have been talking about, I am going to be not able to put together a rugby sentence to say myself. Although maybe because I did a couple of rugby live streams in the middle, it is why I have ended up with not quite finding my mojo for these ones as well. But it is going to be now Tymall Mills, English player as well. Can he get himself a wicket here for the first time today? Good Yorker bowled, and it is going through the gap. This is going to be at least 2 runs. Hasgaloo chasing after it. Got a very long stride there. Hasgaloo, and he has been able to cut it off, and that is going to be just the 2 runs for... Yes, it was 2 runs. So good running between the wicket for Tim David. It's always hard to tell whether or not they do get the 2 runs when David is at the crease. I don't know. Like, I know that Alex Hales used to get a lot of stick for being a little bit slow. Tim David, he is probably a little bit slower than Alex Hales there. Very good bowler, though. in the first innings for Tim David. He was able to bowl the 4 overs and also ended up, only bowled the 2 overs, went for 8 for each one. I'm thinking of Tom Rogers, who did have a very good one, ended up bowling the 4 overs and getting the 2 wickets for himself as well. 108 runs needed off 52 balls here for the Perth Scorchers to be able to hang on. They need to make sure that they keep on bowling effectively the way that they are, because they haven't really been going for a huge amount of runs. Only the economy of 5.29 here for themselves as well. Oh. Okay, so Callum Ferguson has just said on commentary, I believe if you end up, that's gone straight up in the air. Who is under this one? Who wants it? I think it's going to be falling safe. No, it doesn't want to take. That is in the deep from Colin Munro. Puts up the C in the air as well. And that is going to be the first one for Time Mill. Sorry, had internet issues. I'm back to see Perth smash, and you saw it just at the right time, mate. That is going to be another wicket, and that's going to be Thompson gone now. 6 down here for the Hobart Hurricanes. Colin Munro nails it as well with the catch. Puts up the C in the air for Colin Munro. The Kiwi are able to take a good catch for the Englishman as well. Of course, they have well and truly forgotten about their ODI for the Cricket World Cup final in 2019. Working together as one here, England and New Zealand. You love to see it. Jordan Thompson, 2 runs for him off 3 deliveries. Colin Munro taking the catch, and Mills able to get that one as well. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. More Ashes and BBO action to come as well. And Thompson out there from Sebastian there as well. It's just not looking too good here for the Hobart Hurricanes at the moment. It is going to be now Nathan Ellis. Decent with the bat in hand, but definitely not a batsman. I guess you would say he's definitely more of the bowling for it as well. I told you Mills is bound to get one as well, says Sebastian. Yeah, and he might get himself maybe more than one here, the way that he is going at the moment. 108 runs needed off 51 balls here for the Hobart Hurricanes. Nathan Ellis ready to go for this matchup. Going to be Tim David on strike, though. So he doesn't have to face a delivery of Tymel Mills just yet, which is probably a very good thing, because Tymel Mills, he certainly just picks up wickets for fun. His last match was actually his first BBL match. He was able to get the 3 wickets in that one. And then now Nathan Ellis' strike rate is 114, but his best is 14 in that regard as well. But now Tom Ellis, he will be, Nathan Ellis, Tim David, I should say, is going to be on strike here. Tymel Mills, slower delivery. They do get themselves a single, a little bit hesitant to run that one. Nathan Ellis just trying to keep the strike rate ticking over. The last thing they want is to get bowled out, because that ruins your net run rate. Just ask the Melbourne Stars, who are still trying to make up for that game that they did have up against the Sydney Sixers. When we look at the table there, Melbourne Stars still sitting at a minus 1.643. So they're actually the lowest out of anyone in terms of that net run rate. Sydney Sixers, though, sitting at 1.666. The Scorchers are actually the side who have got it a little bit better. That is because they have won all 3 of their game, and I assume Perth got the boost point. They did indeed. So they are sitting on 11 points at the moment, and if they win this match, they will be first. Good Yorker once again bowled by Tymel Mills. Nathan Ellis working it out through the offside. There is going to be just the 1 delivery left now in this matchup for this over of the Power Surge as well. The final over of the Power Surge. Then after this, we are going to be back in to the 5 fielders allowed outside of the ring. But Nathan Ellis at the moment, he's got a big smile on his face. He is a happy man. He always bowls absolutely hard out, and you can expect it for the way that the man bats as well. And they will be bowled out as well, just like England was. So he said as well, says Jay Hayes there, and at the chat as well. But now Tymel Mills bowls it nicely. A little bit of the leave. I guess it wasn't really a leave. It was just a bit of a play and a miss there. But David stuck the bat out, didn't get anything on it. It's fine, Jay. It's a fact after all as well. Said Sebastian there. Currently 12 overs down, 6 for 62 here for the Hobart Hurricanes. They have got almost into their bowlers who are at the crease. Although Tim David can still hit a long ball, of course. Nathan Ellis didn't actually pick up any wickets, something we're not used to seeing from Nathan Ellis. He did end up going for 35 runs, 8.75 as his economy. It's 1 a.m. Tuesday morning in New Zealand, Hamish, as I said, given, although we are sitting 12:01 a.m. So we have just ticked over to Tuesday. But we are certainly going to be up probably till around that 1. This game will be finished by around that 12:30 or so mark, I believe, if I'm not wrong. But Colin Munro lining up that one. It's an incredible catch for him as well to be able to take that one under lights. Hard to see, but he still pouched it in the deep there, Colin Munro. And it was just as good as a catch, if not a little bit better than it was Harry Brook. The substitute fielder actually taking the catch there, which I am looking for him there. They haven't actually got it down that it was the catch. Bold Tom Rogers. No, sorry, it was actually Andrew Ty, they haven't actually updated it to say that McDermott. Oh, no, they have. There we go. Found him there. It was the subfielder, but I believe his name was Hanson. If I'm not wrong, and also we've got seen. I'm keen to see if Sandeep pays up his bet of 3,000 rupees as well. And the chat there says, Jay there, did someone say that England were going to win or maybe a draw? Perhaps on the other live stream, do let me know. But currently, Ellis going to be on strike once again here. The Hurricanes under pressure, trying to bat out the rest of the balls that they have got. Nicely played by Ellis. Worked away to the offside, and it is going to be just a single. Once again, Kieran, where are you from? I believe he's South African. If I'm not wrong, it's actually still 17 degrees here. We were just having a chat with Laurie Evans in the field. He wasn't sure whether or not, or he didn't know why Colin Munro put up the C, and it is for his children because their names both start with C as well, alongside his name. So I guess it is relatively easy to be able to write out the C in the Colin Munro household. We have got there, Sandeep said a draw, bet 3,000 rupees as well there. Says a JA, so maybe we have to wait and see whether or not he does pay up for that one as well. It's going to be nicely done in the deep. Oh, that might be a run out there. It's very good work. Tim David might have been safe, but they are going to be going upstairs for this one more than likely, yeah, as well. But at the moment, is it going to be the run out here? I believe it was Ashton Agar in the deep who did have the throw. Oh, tell you what, this is close, this is close, this is close. He is going to be gone. Tim David's gone. And that is going to be the run out, unfortunately, for him as well. He's just going to be inches. He's gone. Tim David, I mentioned about the run out, whether or not it would be McDermott getting himself running out. And also Sandeep will be out, and if he don't pay, as he said, he is a man of his word as well. And now how much is 3,000 rupees? Do you let me know? What is the currency exchange? We will go rupees to NZ dollar, but that is going to be now Tim David gone. Okay, so he's paying 3,000 rupees. That's $58 New Zealand, and I assume that's about 58 Australian as well. For anyone who does want to know the mathematical side of it, but unfortunately, it was actually Sub Hobson with that big throw. He's done very nicely, almost $60 there, and also per smash and run out there for Sebastian there. But at the moment, that is going to be now 6 down here. They've got Tom Rogers at the crease. They've got Nathan Ellis as well. 2 batsmen who probably wouldn't have been expecting to have to face 45 balls between them. It's almost becoming a little bit of a situation similar to what we saw for the matchup in the test match, how these guys are going to have to survive as at the lower order. Tom Rogers now going to be out there. He's got 25 runs in his BBL career, runs at a 64% run rate, or sorry, 64.1%, or just 64.1 run rate, no percentages involved, although there's probably about a 50% chance that he does end up going out very soon here for Tom Rogers. Running in here, Mitchell Marsh going to be trying to pick up this wicket. Tom Rogers, if he glides the shots like that, he might end up going away. It's like a player having a tip of their boot into touch before guarding the ball. So close as I says, no, yeah, he worked hard. There, Tim David, I mentioned, not the quickest between the wickets. He dives as well. It was a good dive, but just didn't quite get there. In the end for himself, and Mitch Marsh, he knew it was out straight away, or he knew that it was close anyway. And also we have, I know how to feature channels in my Kiwilad Sport and my other YouTube channel as well. Says Brandon there, that was almost a run out as well available for them, but it does end up going through. Mitch Marsh, still 1 delivery left of this over for himself. It looks like he is hopefully going to be all right. He had a little bit of a strain there, and he kind of ended up twisting around, seeing whether or not he could stretch out the side. So I hope he is all right. And he is bowling again. I didn't know Mitch Marsh bowls with him being either an opener or 3 as well. Said Sebastian, yeah, he actually used to be an all-rounder for Australia, but he did end up, I believe it's a side injury or something along those lines, which did mean he wasn't able to bowl for about 6 months or something around there, which was very tough for him. I know that he was also able to bat a little bit, but not too much. That's a shot there from Ellis. Advances down the ground. Sounded like a whip being cracked there for Nathan Ellis, and that is going to be 4 runs to close out that one. He will be happy with the way that he played that one. 14.1 runs per over they are going to be needing now, and 99 from the last 7 overs of this matchup. If it's like buying a lady drinks all night at the club and not getting a Joe Root afterwards as well. So that was JA's there in the chat. 99 runs. They need less than 100 now for themselves, up to 69 runs. Will they bring up the 100? They should be able to bring up the 100 here for themselves, surely. So are you happy with me as well? Happy for me as well? Says Brandon, very happy for you, mate. And then also we have got he did have a side injury as well, and also third-class team Hurricanes, as I says Mukti, although at this stage they are only sitting 6th on the table. 2 sides below them, Brisbane 8, Melbourne Renegades as well, unfortunately for them there. But we have got there, good story, Brandon, as well. Says Jay there, and wicket neater, says Roman there. And the chat it is indeed. Now it is going to be Tom Rogers on strike, sitting on 1 run off 2 deliveries here. Ashton Agar back into the bowling attack. Throwing it up there. Big full toss, seeing whether or not Tom Rogers wanted it. And in the end, he did not. Or he did. He just didn't hit the ball, unfortunately for him. But 99 runs needed off 41 balls now. Almost 15 runs per over required here. Nice bit of spin available for Ashton Agar. That's going to be close to a run out. No, they decide against the run in the end. Good call from the Hobart Hurricanes. I believe it was Nathan Ellis at the other end who said, no, stay there. You're not running forward here. And now it is going to be Rogers once again on strike. I'm back as well. That's going to be close to a wide. Is it called as a wide? Yes, it is for Ashton Agar. And also I'm back, says Warriors fans. I hope you are doing well, mate. Hope you are excited. When is the next time that the Golden State Warriors do play? Warriors fan, do let me know. And will they have all of their players back? Because I know their last matchup that they did play, they didn't really have a lot of their stars, I guess you could say there. Big shot there from Tom Rogers. He's got all of that one, and that is going for 6 there. Great shot from Tom Rogers. That is actually going to be a 6, and that is the first 6 we have seen of the whole innings for the Hobart Hurricanes. There was a 1 bounce ball for Caleb Jewell that was very close, but who knew that the first 6 of the day, I should say, would come from a number 9 batsman. 69 metres, struck it nicely over the boundary. Plentiful onto that one. Good shot there. And also now YouTube say to me, I can get more people to now because YouTube is going to feature my video and live stream. So I'm so happy as well, says Brandon there. So congratulations there for you there, mate. 6s at the moment in the chat. That's a strike of the ball as well from Rogers. At the moment, I'm not sure what these 2 men's bats are made out of, but they sound like they're hitting the ball all right. At this point, it is now going to be Nathan Ellis will be on strike. Did it a 4 in the last matchup. Can he get himself one in this over? Or should I say, sorry, I said last matchup as in the last over, I should say. Last matchup between him and also, who was bowling the last one? I can't quite remember. I think it was Mitch Marsh. Yes, it was. Nice shot to the leg side. And it's just going to be the single once again. The net run rate will be all that the Hurricanes are thinking about now, getting as close as they can without losing all of their wickets. There's going to be just 1 delivery left of this over, and it will be Tom Rogers who will be on strike for it as well. We will go like this, and we will go like this as well. There we go. Was a little bit behind, but that is going to be a nicely bowled ball by Ashton Agar, and that will be the end of the 14th over. Still another 36 balls left in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Do we think that the Hobart Hurricanes will bring up 150? The Golden State Warriors will play tomorrow, and there will be the whole starting lineup will be back as well, so that should be a nice, easy win for them, I assume. Marcus Steiner's at the moment. Tonight's shirt has only got the 1 there. Head size is actually only 3 out of 10, but the rig at the moment, the head wobble. At the moment, my God, what happened to the Canes as well? Unfortunately, just lost a few wickets, but they're talking to Marcus Steiners at the moment, who is on commentary for this game, in Hobart should bat for a draw, as us, says Sebastian there. I mean, the thing is, batting for a draw, they'll get to the super over if they can nail that one. Of course, I'm wicket need bro as well, says Roman there. Yeah, at the moment it is going to be Nathan Ellis on strike. Paddy Purse smash as well, 156 for 7 there for Brandon's prediction of how many they will be able to get themselves to. 156 for 7, sorry, I should say. Hit nicely down the ground. So that would be a good partnership between these two, about 80 runs for them to be able to get it going. We have got there the Bangladesh flags from Roman. I'm looking forward to the test series between New Zealand and Bangladesh. Hopefully, we will be covering plenty of that on the channel as well. At the moment, power for the Steiners there. At the moment, Askaloo, he is going to be bowling this over. I don't think I actually mentioned the bowler's name, but that is going to be hit away out through the side, out through cover it was, and also now a long meeting tomorrow with YouTube about video as well. Here's Brandon, so hopefully that does all go smoothly for you, mate, there. But 16 runs required per over now. 88 from 33. They need an Xavier Bartlett at the moment. I'm all Roman out from earlier as well. It's going to be nicely done there. Glided down to the boundary, possibly. No, Andrew Ty's going to be after that one. Has been able to stop it as well. A little bit slippery in the field. Did he do his ankle? I hope not. And now we have got their January 1st start test match, bro, as well. Says it Romain there. And also we have got, I think, the Scorchers burnt the Hurricanes out. Though I believe, is it the New Year's Day test that they are going to be having now for this one? Because I know that we did have a little bit of a worry about kind of cases and whatnot that were taken situation, but it is going to be, where are we? January. It is New Zealand versus Bangladesh, the 1st of January, and it's going to be starting at 11 a.m., which will be a nice time for us. That's going to be up in the air. Rogers lofting it, and it's taken as well. Brilliant catch. Is that Hobson again? It is indeed. Hobson, the sub fielder, 3 in a row. He has been able to do. He had the run out and also the 2 catches, 2 test matches against Bangladesh, and that's the whole series as well, Sebastian. I believe so. And then we got 2 against South Africa a little bit later on. And then also we have got the Netherlands as another one, the Ashes as well. Says that JA's there, not quite the Ashes for ourselves in the New Zealand versus Bangladesh, although that will be overlapping, won't it? Actually, now I think about it, for the last couple of days. So we have to hope that New Zealand bowl well and Bangladesh bat well as well. And also we got the RK. Says that JA's and Rogers out. And also, oh God, I'll be back. Something just happened as well, says Batty Wagon. Hopefully it is all right, mate. Oh yeah, we will go like that. 5th of January. So the day that the test match between New Zealand and Bangladesh ends is the day that the test match between Australia and England starts. The vocal cords, they are not getting a break, but I am absolutely loving the amount of cricket and just test cricket, T20, rugby, everything that is on at the moment. We have got plenty of it all taking place at the same time. 85 runs needed from 31, and they are now going to be a total of 8 runs down, or 8 wickets down, sorry, I should say, for the Hobart Hurricanes. Making his way to the crease. It is going to be at the non-strikers end now. Will Parker and Perth smash 70 cents as well. Says it was JA's there. It runs 12 for that man so far. A strike rate, I don't even know if he's got one. But it is going to be Nathan Ellis on strike now, sitting on 11 runs off 8 deliveries. Nicely bowled once again by Asgaloo, and they do scamper through for the single. Good work in the field from Perth. They're looking very sharp at field time. At fielding. In this game, 6 off the over in the end, but also the wicket falling. Asgaloo has picked up 2. I'm back as well, says Petty Wagon. Hopefully everything is all right, mate. Because he did I be back, something happened as well. Hopefully everything is all smooth sailing for yourself. But 5 overs left in this game. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We have got plenty more cricketing action that will be taking place as well. They have got the kind of lights in the side of the stumps, I do see. I absolutely love seeing them light up. And the Singer Bales as well. Very nice touch to this competition. And out. Says it Roman as well. There was indeed that wicket that did end up falling. 84 needed from 30. They need the required run rate of 16.8. But at this point, you're probably not going to worry about that one because you just want to get yourself over the line. Giving himself space. Oh, Nathan Ellis. Beautiful shot there. And that's going to be 4 runs. Well played by Nathan Ellis there. And also we've got their well out. Says it Roman there in the chat as well. Yeah, at the moment working extremely hard for themselves. The Scorchers have some quality bowlers. They really don't need their massive totals to win comfortably as well. Yeah, they are always right up there in terms of the competition. They were able to make it through to the final to take on the Sydney Sixers last year. I enjoy it, bro, as well. Down Scorchers made me nosebleed as well. It's going to be nicely played by Ellis once again through almost that same gap. But it is going to be a deep cover. Who was able to cover it there for Colin Munro. At the moment, we will ask the question, ladies and gentlemen, while we are sitting here, as we are sitting 15.2 overs, that is down at the moment. Gold question, will the Hobart Hurricanes get themselves bowled out? Do let me know what you need as well. Says Roman, and also we have got there. Never doubt the Spurs smash as well. Says Jay, yeah, will they be bowled out, the Hurricanes, or will it be the Perth Scorchers who do win this match due to them not being able to chase down the amount that they are needing? Ashton Agar, though, at the crease, it is going to be Parker facing his first delivery. A little bit less side-ish. Quick hands from, in the end, Josh Inglis. And yes, as well, for Paddy Wagon saying that they will get bowled out. I believe that that is going to be, yes, it was the wide for that one. And at the moment, the Perth Scorchers, 3 for 117 they were at this point in time. Nicely playing of the sweep shot there from Parker. It's going down wicket neat, bro, as well. And they will get bowled out, I say. And there's Sebastian. Nicely done at the moment for Ashton Agar, going for 21 runs, but he was able to pick up that early wicket of Darcy Short out at LBW. That was certainly an important one for him with the reverse sweep attempt from Darcy Short hit down the ground there, and they are going to be running a single. Nathan Ellis moves himself up onto 18. That's actually his new high score. He was only 14 up to this point, I believe, and 70 cents on Perth win the BBL Grand Final as well, says Jay. And also we have got there, if they made my nosebleed, then surely they will bowl them out as well, says it Paddy Wigan. Perhaps it was the senses tingling, letting you know that they were going to be all blood, or all bowled out, I should say. Oh, what's happening here? Are they going upstairs for this one? Maybe a stumping? No, that is the end of the over for Ashton Agar. A little bit close, though, for that one. But now Nathan Ellis will be on strike, currently sitting 8 for 91 here for the Hurricanes. And the Scorchers, they were well ahead at this point, sitting around 28 more runs on the board for the Scorchers. And at the moment, he's got the budgie smugglers on there for Laurie Evans for the game day, of course. But at this stage, the Perth Scorchers, they did perform with the bat. They were struggling a little bit, but I would say that it's also down to Blundstone Arena. That pitch is tough to bat on, which is why I am very excited to see what the lineups are going to be for that final test match, because it's going to be impossible to tell what you're going to have to do to try and, that's the thing, you've got to bowl 2 spinners at Blundstone, I feel. So Dom Best, Jack Leach probably both get brought in, unless Joe Root does feel that he is going to be enough of a spinner, or David Milan as well, maybe might get a little bit more of a heavier role. Then for Australia, go Nathan Lyon. Do you pick another spinner than Nathan Lyon, though? I feel like he does enough overs by himself, and with Labuschagne, they will be completely fine. And also we have got there, our noses bleed a lot during school. Those teachers have some good jazz about them as well there. It's going to be a little bit of a ramp shot. It's actually a ramp shot that has gone in front of the wicket, which is an interesting one. And Maxwell will win the cup, as well, says Shane San Jukta. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly as well there. Now at the moment, I was saying Jutta Jenner as well there, as Jay Hayes has alluded to. At the moment, the Scorchers, they were well and truly ahead. That's advancing now. The wicket there for Nathan Ellis. Going to get himself up to 20 runs now for the young bowler. And it's going to be exciting to see how many wickets he can take throughout this season, because he isn't in the top 5 at the moment, but certainly has got the potential of being able to get himself right up there. 74 runs needed off 21 balls. Current run rate of 21.1 required for them to be able to win this one. As Galoo there advancing down the wicket. That's a shot there from Parker. And has he got all of it? Yes, he does. It is 6 runs for Will Parker. And that is now once again, like I mentioned earlier on as well, only the situation of 6s for a number 9 batsman and a number 10 batsman for the Hobart Hurricanes. And what school did you go to? A fight club as well, says a Paddy Wigan, but it was a good shot from him. 69 metres, same length as Tom Rogers. Nice little ramp shot played there. Nice early call from Will Parker. And it was a no as well. Just one delivery left. Steve Descarati in his mum's basement as well. And also the 6 and the 6 and the 6 and the 6 for Sebastian there as well. Now Nathan Ellis going to be at the non-strikers end. So more than likely Parker will try and get down the wicket, and he does indeed. And they do run the single, and that will be the end of the over. Now sitting 8 for 101 here for the Hurricanes. 18 balls left to try not to lose 2 wickets. Should be doable, but we will have to wait and see. And some of these teams for the BBL, it's actually their tailwinders who are batting the best, because we saw it yesterday for the Brisbane Heat. It was actually, in the end, what's his face? Xavier Bartlett, who was doing very nicely alongside Stickety, as well as doing decent. Must be a time for a yawn as well, says Jay. I think we're getting relatively close. No. I hate that works. It's very annoying. Now Parker going to be on strike. Ashton Agar once again going with the spin here for the Perth Scorchers. Sitting on 8 wickets down at the moment. Going to be the sweep shot, a little bit lofty, but it is going to be finding a bit of a gap in at the moment. Mitch Marsh, the big man, having a chase after that one. They are going to be able to get through. Well, the 2 school teaches you to be a tough lad in life as well. You will be able to take, or you have to be able to take a free shot and wicket now as well. Says Paddy Wigan, could be the case perhaps, if it has anything to go by for the recent times. And also we have their lull from it, Jay, as well. He is loving it for those yawns. They just keep on coming. I don't know. I'm going to have to look up the science of what. Tell you what, does anyone know? Why are yawns contagious? What is the reasoning? Reverse sweep there. Almost straight out to the man, but it's a great shot from Parker. Bit of confidence showing for that man. And that is going to be racing away to the boundary. He moves up now onto 15 runs off 9 deliveries. 1-4-1-6. Like I said, actually did go for 18 runs in the only wicket of the match that he did bowl. Now he's trying to get 18 runs back for a side by the looks of it. Only the 2 6s, like I mentioned. He's just played that one nicely, whipped it away to leg side. I believe it will just be the 1 year session Turner able to slow it down. At the moment, it is going to be 15 balls left. Okay, so they are saying there the Hobart Hurricanes, they are taking on the Melbourne Stars. And that is going to be the matchup. That's enough stumping, and it is stumping. That was almost a sentence for Nathan Ellis. He is now gone, and now they are 9 down in this matchup. Tried to play it out through the offside. Didn't quite reach the wicket. Now it did fall because of that yawn. And Agar now picking up his second wicket. As you can see here, he's actually very similar in figures to Haskell, who was 2 for 29. Now Agar 2 for 29, except he has still got 2 deliveries left and out as well. Cesar Bash in there. He was way out of his ground there. Nathan Ellis tried to get the foot back, but he knew there was no chance for him to be able to get back there. The fall-off wicket, 9 for 108. Stumped by Inglis, bowled by Agar. And now the Hurricanes, they only got 1 wicket left. Yawn again, please, as well, says Betty Wagon there in the chat as well. I need to block the word yawn from the chat. I'll say we have got there, yawn equals wicket as well, says Jay. Well, that now gives you a little bit of a preview of what's going to be happening here, because Sandeep Lavashane making his way to the crease now. He has got a sponsorless bat here from himself. I don't know what happened there. I ended up trying to jump for some reason. I thought there was a fly that was about to fly into my face, but it wasn't. Fun fact, and Petty, you did it as well. Says that JA's there. That fly is back. Why is it still lurking around here? Although that one I thought was actually something, like, you know how you get into that situation of, like, we were talking to 4D movies. I thought it was actually going to fly into my face. That's going to be in the air from Lavashane. Always works as well. Says Betty Wagon, a nice commentary, bro. Says that Sang Jukta, thank you very much. Do appreciate you being here. If you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, because we are going to be back in a very short moment with another matchup. The game tomorrow night, it is going to be the Sydney Sixers taking on the Adelaide Strikers and Marty McFly as well. And this is JA. Sleep bowl once again and out, says Roman. I assume that is for the last one that we did see for Tom Ellis. Unfortunately stumped. Almost a run-out opportunity there. That is going to be the end of the 18th, and it is going to be 110 for 9 here. So 1 more wicket is coming as well. He'll be back. Well, he's back from the future as well. Sees that JA's there. The wicket is coming. It's a call from Betty, and I feel like the wicket certainly could be falling relatively soon for them as well. 12 balls left, 58 runs needed. The required run rate is 29. They aren't worried about that, though. They are just worried about trying to bat out this innings and try and cut down, I guess, the damage as well as they physically can. Yeah, we are sitting 12-25 at the moment. Next wicket also come out as well, says Roman there in the chat. Yeah, we will have to wait and see whether or not Parker will be on his way. He's sitting on 17 off only 15, or sorry, off only 11 deliveries. 1-4, 1-6 for him. And Tom Rogers, the man who did hit the other 6. Andrew Ty, though, sitting on 3 wickets for 12 runs. Will this be the wicket now from? It's a good Yorker. And it is going to be whipped away to the leg side by Parker just for the single. And now Lavashane, he will have to try and deal with this very tough bowling from Andrew Ty. He'll probably get a full toss. He has actually bowled about 5 of them today, unfortunately for him. Andrew Ty just getting the Yorker slightly wrong. Maybe a little bit slippery out there at the moment. Betty, I dare to say yawn again. And keep yawning, please, as well. There's Betty Wagon there. Now there's going to be Andrew Ty. Short ball. Almost in the gloves. Sandeep Lavashane, and 1 step ahead of you as well, says Betty Wagon. You guys are on the same page, and I do not like it, because now I started coughing as well. Come on, Perth, as well there. Also, we have the laughing emojis from Sebastian there. Sandeep Lavashane, 10 balls left in this one. Andrew Ty now going to be charging in. He's going to be hitting the ball nicely. It's over the field, and it's a shot from Sandeep. And it looks like it is going to be pulling up Mitch Marsh. Going to be able to get that one and throw it back in. But that will be the 2 runs here for Sandeep Lavashane. And he is now going to be back on strike. I'm on point as well. And come on, Perth. And there says Betty Wagon at 9 down. 9 balls left. 1 more wicket will get them bowled out. And they will be actually, if they bowled out, they will be bowled out for less than they did get in the last match between these 2 sides. How's everyone doing as well? Says Ed, we're doing very well. Thank you, mate. My voice starting to not do so well. I will admit it started disappearing a little bit over the last kind of half an hour or so. But this stage, the Hurricanes, they were actually bowled out in the 19th over. In fact, it is 2 balls away from when they were bowled out in the last one, and they had 129 runs at the time. A little bit more on the board for the Scorchers, sitting on 182. And also we have got there, Petty is the yawn monster. or the Yawn Master, sorry, there. And a bit like Elands as well, and doing well. And there, says Sebastian. Now, at this stage, it is going to be going down to the kind of fine leg region with Tymor Mills, and I think he still has one more over left. If I'm not wrong, yes, he does. So he will probably... Oh, that's the thing. Their bowling attack is very good. You've still got Behrendorff or you got Tymor Mills. Who do you give the over to? As well, can you feature my YouTube channel? As Brendan, we have at the moment only got the Kiwi Lads channels as our features there. Shot down the ground there from Labashane. Is this going to be the two? It looks like it could be. And also, we'll get that please as well. And then how about that earlier win over the Palms as well? CZ Vogel, it was very impressive from not just Australia, but also from England to stick it out for so long. In that game, they easily could have fallen over Josh Butler. Interesting way to lose your wicket, of course, when you do end up getting that situation of stepping on your stump, something I haven't seen in a very long time. We have a weird way of having fun as well, Sebastian. You do indeed, but it is all right. One more over left, and it is going to be Ashton Turner actually getting a bowl here. So they've decided that they want to bowl 7 different bowlers here. Ashton Turner. I've got that question for you, Kiwi Lads. What is your next live stream tomorrow as well? It is going to be tomorrow night for the KFC Big Bash, and it will be taking place at 9:15 p.m., and that will be between the Sixers and the Strikers. Ashton Agar there. Go on for a little bit of spin. It is going to be the league by, and see we do, as well says Jay. 1 ball left, or sorry, 1 over left, 5 balls left now for Ashton Turner. Can he pick up the final wicket, or will it be that run rate? They need more than 36 and over here. They need 50 runs off 5 balls, 1 more wicket, 1 more, or 1 more over, 1 more wicket, 1 more yawn. That's gone in the air from Sandeep Lavashane. Fired out to the deep to Colin Munro, and that is going to be, once again, just a single. But anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We have got plenty more. Sixers versus Strikers should be a good contest, as I said, Sebastian. It should indeed. And also, I'm the king of yawns. Says that Batty Wagon there. What a great bowling team Scorchers have. As I said, Stephen, yeah, they've got a good mix. Like, they've got those guys at the top of the order for Marsh, Colin Munro, and also they have got also Josh Inglis. I mean, you could throw him in there, Liam Livingston. Not too sure how to make a video 15 minutes long as well. Says a Brandon there. So pretty much to make a video 15 minutes long, you do have to have a verified YouTube channel, but not with the little tick, just verified in terms of connecting it to your phone or anything like that. And then you are allowed more custom thumbnails as well, I believe it is, as well, if you do have that done. But now, 2 balls left in this match. Just glided down to third man. Nice shot from Parker, and he's going to be moving himself up onto 23 runs. OMG Hobart, I'm not gone half an hour, and this as well, says that David, you're not ideal for them. That is for sure, but at the moment now, we have got 1 final ball in this match. Is it going to be all out, or is it going to be the end of the game? They are sitting on 123 runs. Does try and whack it there. It is going to be bouncing nicely. It's going to be at least 2 runs here by the looks of it. And that will be the Hobart Hurricanes bringing up 126 runs. And that will be the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. The Perth Scorchers win this one by 42 runs here for themselves as well. I believe it was 2 runs, or was it 125 that they brought up? It might have been only 125. Nonetheless, do thank you all very much. I'll do that as well. Says Brandon, it is in the final section of the YouTube settings. And it is kind of permissions, I think it is called, if I'm not wrong. And that is where you can find it. But in the end, very good performance from the Perth Scorchers in the end. 125 for the Hobart Hurricanes. Actually very similar to what they got last time these 2 sides played off. I will quickly get that up for it as well. So it was the Hobart Hurricanes last time. They got bowled out for 129. This time they weren't bowled out. So that is better as well. Perth smash as well. And also nice on Perth. And thanks for that. Make sure you get your yawns in as well, says Betty Wagon. Oh, have I defeated the yawn train? I think it was because last time it was the last comment that I read, but this time it was the last comment that I did. Oh, no. Never mind. That one, I jinxed it there. And cheers for the stream, 10 out of 10. Take care, everyone. Much love as well. So, yeah, we are going to be tomorrow back for the Strikers taking on the Sydney Sixers at the SCG, which should be a very exciting game indeed. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. No, yawn train's still on there. And also, Todd just says Betty Wigger. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. And I will see you all for the next one as well.